When was the last time any of you heard wild cicadas? Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. Huh? Mion's family? Yeah. More broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed, and my curiosity got the better of me. So I quietly asked Satoko about it. I wonder. She might not. She wasn't being very clear about it. Had Satoko never gone into Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you've never met any. Yes. I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother. As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory. Rika would know more than I. You would do well to ask her. Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Rika! Do you know anything of Mion-san's family? Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question. Mia has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them. That many, huh? For example, is there someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but... You mean she? Shion exists? Huh? That was unexpected. So, she was real. Their names are quite similar, you know. I could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mii's younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times. Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much. I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago. She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okonomiya. She may live there, too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother. After all, she didn't live with her parents. That was a bit odd. Was there something between them? It's a very complicated family. She seems to have many relatives. There are doubtless many different circumstances. For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious. Oh, what are the three of you talking about? Let this old man in on it. Oh, Mion-san, you've come at a good time. Might it be true you have a younger twin sister? Ah, Mion. Crap. A younger sister? Well, yeah. I do. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me. Oh my, I had no idea. What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime. You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's your twin. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone, once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either. What are the chances that Shion beat up Mion, locked her up, and has secretly replaced her sister? Why did it look like she was having such a panic? It's like she was declaring that Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little longer. Another Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to the restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling as if I had made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. An introduction to Angel Mort. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue. Complete Conquest Analysis. Family Restaurant Chapter. Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishibone, or is it Shishibone, city of XX Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it was a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a censored place or something like that. We aim for the sweet treats, but not for the sweet treats with the sweet uniforms. The fragrant aroma of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War Photography Hunter, away! The smoking areas are the real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Rio. Yesterday I failed to get a seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, the quarter box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers. So I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up a camp there, as expected of Ryu the Hunter. He's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. And actually, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's stuff, and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he obtained it with ease. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But as if cursed by that from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chances coming up. After 4 p.m., a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he had been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. My aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag. I might fossilize in there. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half the day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold. as to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprising, though, is that the uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. That thing from the day before. The day before our hunter took on the shrine maiden cuisine in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store he was seen through, placed in a booth and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much anticipated shrine maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for the hunter. Now then, here we have a giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always received such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with these 3 all-you-can-eat, low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms, chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot pictures, you too can become a war photographer something something. Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's going to get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously. A lazy yeah wafted through the class in response. Half of the school day today was going to be home economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and to give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been a party-like atmosphere, but this was school after all. Excluding the youngest students, each of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged. Alright, everybody. It may be that nowadays curry is the easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit in the Japanese style, it is still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. I'll have words of anyone who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever. It is rumored that Chie-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge. As long as you're not failing your grade in home ec, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at all. I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry. What the heck does that even mean? A curry tyrant? Never heard of that before. You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry. Unyieldingly so. Yeah, it's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. This is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day, and if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored. That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird, nutritionally speaking, and... Thunk, thunk, thunk. Embedded in the table right by my fingertips, a chef's knife. Ladle, spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. Kei-chan, shh. Rather than throw a knife at him, maybe we could explain how the curry that you're making is healthier. If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Saying even a little bit would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah, just be serious and make your curry properly and everything's good, alright? I don't think it's going to be that easy today. Look, Mi-chan is. It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even, and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition. It looks like we're all on the same page. It's a cooking contest. I knew it. There's no way Mian would leave such an enticing event alone. How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it? As if saying, but wait, there's more, the teacher reappeared with the principal in tow. The purpose of today's event is to show the appreciation for the people at the forestry service, so they'll be judging the results with me. Yep, your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the forestry service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone. Gahaha. Even the principal. Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in class had been piqued. So that's what's happening. This isn't going to be some casual curry cook-off. Ren is good at making curry. I'm not going to lose today. My grade is cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rika. That's unfair. I'm pretty sure Rika is good at cooking. My curry is so tasty it'll send shivers down your spine. What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing, but Mion continued to look unconcerned. Heh. I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Right? I don't like the way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At the moment the teacher's whistle sounded. Alright everybody, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. Start. The call to arms had sounded. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom, fill with water just above the wrist. How do I... You're right, with only that much water. If you don't put in more, it could be bad. You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Satoko, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff. I don't take off the lid no matter what. Kei-chan, you're amazing. This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp? My dad really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes out a lot. So this means everybody is good at cooking the rice. In other words, a critical part of this challenge will be the curry. Humph. Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all. You lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too? Maybe Satoko-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all. Eep. The ends justify the means. I just have to win. That was a pretty malicious comment for Rena, and Satoko took a hook, line, and sinker. Rena could only apologize, between fits of laughter while Satoko chased her around. Well now, shall we move on to the curry? For now, the battle truly begins. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. Gulp. What will today's curry taste like? As Rena hemmed along, her very well practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to the kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced, I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, and Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard discussed. But Rika-chan's knife skills are someone else as well. She was happily rotating potato, peeling it, and quite quickly. On top of that, the peels spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up a peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife. It's a snake! Rawr! Saying that, she placed the longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But roar. Do snakes make that sound? Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel potatoes effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be. You've got to be kidding me. This is a trick. She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire. Here, take a look-see. As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin. You didn't know, Keiichi. Mi was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking. From sewing to flower arrangement to playing the koto. From marksmanship to radio operation, even helicopter piloting. Is one of the myriad things she could do. Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first two items on the list that seemed like a lie. She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it, though. Damn it. I'm also really good at cooking. Especially Chinese food. Keiichi's boiling something and pouring it onto a bowl doesn't count as cooking. Shot down, I could even say it. Oh ho. Too bad for you. Today's Keiichi's contributor. Assuredly languishing in defeat all alone. Clank. Tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself. Wow. Rika. There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you. God, this does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag at Keiichi Marbara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel these potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm going to work out another sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables left in the spot behind. Will Keiichi be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife. Let's see what Keiichi-san's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then there's only one thing left to do. Tomita-kun, Okomura-kun. Oh, you guys were in a group before, huh? Those two underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at the toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with two girls for their group. Yep, both these girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good at running, but they're both good enough at handling a knife. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Mabara-san, that's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us. In other words, it depends on the terms of our negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group make. How about that? I don't know about that. Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems in order. Very well, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close to the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. Of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan have already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. Splooge. A red mist spouted vigorously from the noses of the two underclassmen. Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph. Whoa, amazing. Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good. Humph. That's not quite right. What Keiichi-kun has bared isn't a potato, but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping, but just cooking in order probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at her, she had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with her mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I could be no match for Rena. She was way out of my league. When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Rena curry uses a lot of ingredients too. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow, huh? I beg of you. Will you please help me just a little with my curry? No. This is one of our club activities. Rena won't lose. Oh, when she entered club mode, even the normally kind Rena becomes an enemy. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. She's like a pro at this. Help me on. Whoa, me on you. What the heck is that? Where did you get that meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Upon closer, it looks like Mian brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mian, just for today, you brought all this stuff from whole your house? Objection. Jason, there's no way this is allowed, is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes. For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of the sentence. Just as the rumor said, she's through and through a curry freak. Rena and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And Kei-chan, what about you? It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. Mabara-san, over here. Turn around, saw the voices calling me belong to the 200 class and further. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun. What's up, you guys? Oh, what's up with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made really is better than what you can make. You guys, for me, don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then that is... Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk eating Satoko and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt. But I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. Mamoru-san, we're also serious about this. Filling in on day duty 3 times. These guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. The gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a gas stove, so controlling heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. That delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted me by those 200 classmen certainly drew some double takes. Ren even looked surprised when she saw it came. Look, must be pretty good. Kei-chan, you're pretty good. It looked like this will be a good match right to the bitter end. Rena wants to eat Kei-chan's curry. Rena curry, Mian curry too. Everybody is a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome. Kei-chan, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants. What? Rika-chan's calling me. What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot, because all that's left to do is let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Hey, Rika-chan, how's you doing? It's Mr. Curry! Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew pew. Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Drawing a beam with a stick, she etched a line toward my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Wah! Barrier! Beam reflect. Took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, sticking Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry should get missiles from his stomach. Pew shoo! Ow! Mabra electromagnetic barrier. Retaliatory beam. Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon. Rika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a moment. Hey, Rika-chan? You called me over here for a reason, right? Yes, I called you. But I've already fulfilled my purpose, to distract you. At that moment, a chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled her purpose. Hey, they got me. Headed back to the pot, stand there just as I was feared. With Satoko, no questions asked. I drop-kicked the back of her head. What do you think you're doing? No better than to do that to the lady's head. Who cares about that? Satoko, did you make something of my cur? How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far. Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know. Then what's this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates? Leaving them all in unstable positions. If they fall over, what will you do? That moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked the next utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clank, clank. Thud, thud. This is art. Come to think of it, Domino World record with quite range television a while back. K-Chan! The frying pan! I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. The next, that was my pot. Crash. The frying pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out. Now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality. Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me? Oh? The very last moment I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetence Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had the method for fighting back. Just then, Rena, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. But what? Rena's curry is salty. Salty? Was Rena also sabotaged? Then what about Mion? My rice is salty. I've been had. Oh ho ho. With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad. So very, very sad. You know who's really getting screwed by this? The people that we're supposed to be feeding. You know, we're supposed to eat some curry, and so are the people we're supposed to be giving this to. Also our grade. I'm pretty sure having all of our curry be terrible is a bad grade. Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. A delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. It may not be the best way to overcome salt, but you could add in a tiny bit more water, a little bit of sugar, and maybe some garlic. The members of the forestry service to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work were guided to their seats where they were promptly poisoned. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge curry contest. The men for the forestry service seemed to like the thing and gave their enthusiastic approval before they all died. Well then, as everybody finished, we'll now have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desks. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Rena plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score, but at least she was able to serve hers. Both Mion and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryuga-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Rena's salty curry in his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Oh my, what happened, Ryuga? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. JSA must have added some expectation, judging for disappointment. I'm sorry, I might have added a bag of salt by accident. The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning of success. Looking forward next time. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Rena was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense. Well then, please savor our curry next. I see that the Furore-san's group put a lot of effort into their curry. Let's see here. It's simple, but very nicely done. There's also an incident with Rena's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe just, but perhaps stays 4 on her. The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges led outside and removed the chunk of carrot with a spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry is that, but I don't like the carrots, you see. Personally, I think carrots are a staple of curry, but I guess each to their own. However, seeing that Rika-chan read the nameplate on the chest of his overalls, and began to speak. That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots. What is she saying all of a sudden? I returned to Rika-chan with a stunned look, but what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face. Kyoji! There's seconds if you want them. Sob, Mommy! While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika's assessment was unanimous. Oh, nobody can stand up to Rika's curry. Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it? Ooh, all of a sudden it's perfect like Mion's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, all of course, could only gasp admiration. Hamburger steak with a demi-glace sauce and a fresh salad. It's set. Wouldn't be stretching to say this was a full-course meal. It's perfect, perfectly made. Amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing. Mi-chan. Sadako was also shocked. If Rika-chan could emphasize. Seemed Victor was sided without even need to take a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-kneaded. The salad was home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. This is sublime, truly a taste of savor, Sonozaki-san. This curry is no doubt a living testimony of 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and a beautiful harmony of Japanese culture. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. Giving it 100 points. Aw, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative. Mion bowed politely, then winked at us with a smirk on her face. I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice. That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. That moment hit me. I spun backwards toward my own canister. That's why. At some point, my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Mion, you used my rice. That's no fair. Hand over the half of your curry. Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me with a smirk-washed face. Whoa there, Kei-chan, you're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over. God, I couldn't even properly voice my shame. Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little. It's fine, this is a lesson. Kei-chan, just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right? It loathes me to say it, but Mion's right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this I should give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot, and I don't even have any rice left. How in the blaze am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? But Mabara-san, Duna-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it! Even though my protégés had tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. God, I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last moment. Think, Keiichi Mabara. Think. Not about how to make more curry, but how to win the match. I had an idea. I didn't think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me. Akamaru, there's something I want you to define. Okay, gotcha. Both of them dispersed after receiving instructions. Oh? How is Kei-chan going to flounder about at the end? Why don't you show me? Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know. Shut up. Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. I don't really care. It's salty after all. It's okay if Rena helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in trouble right now. Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Rena, go make some tea. How he doesn't trust me. Next, Satoko. Also Rika-chan. I challenge you to a side bet. What did you say? We'll listen to your request. This is my duty, my two proteges, who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat. You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no to that. No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion ordered with gravitas the club president. You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way you can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to have a comeback. Right? Grr. That may be true, but I don't mind. Kei-chan, go for it. Yay! The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed like Mion's impending victory was not in question. By the way, what happened to Maburo-kun's curry? I still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, the pot with my curry in it fell over. Humph. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost the contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking. Maburo-kun, that's humph. Onigiri, huh? The judges smiled wryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Rena poured tea into the cups she had brought over from the break room. He's making a mockery of this. There, look. There's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. It's true, the amount of salt might be a little much, but Rena's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea. But it might still not be enough to win the match. Maburo-san, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down. It seems that Kei-chan has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult. Yeah, that's right. Rena understands that now, too. What do you mean? Why is everybody just quietly eating that much? Did I just add a bunch of MSG or something? You see, Satoko-chan, that's because the judges are actually tired of eating curry. Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't eat just a little bit of each. Sometimes a man values the amount more than the taste. At those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, they craved simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they had had all day. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. I'll praise your efforts, but today's contest was about the curry. I'm not sure we can give a score to this. The teacher and the principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underling seen that, saw the small glimmer of hope fade away, and grew dejected. Was this little surprise just not enough? Don't give up, Kei-chan, Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No. I'll have you give it a score. If you think that curry and onigiri are really that different, you are sorely mistaken. Huh? Maburo-kun, what are you saying? How are you they same? The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was going to give me one final chance. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine called curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified. Just as the teacher said at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. I know that what you're trying to say, Maburo-kun, but what does that have to do with onigiri? It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things that made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease, and pests to grow and raise rice-centric culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find a way to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both results of rice culture. It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was thunderous applause that praised me. Enough with the nonsense already. I won't accept this. The teachers are only judging curry, you know. This is out of the question. It obviously deserves 0 points. Miss Keichun did his best. Could you please acknowledge that? Today's class is supposed to be about curry. What should we do? Mia, stifling a laughter, stepped forward. There's a story about how Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan, people from the hotel, staying out and wrote a whole bunch of ingredients from France imported. But the chef didn't even give them a second glance. I wonder why that was. They were ingredients from his homeland. The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish of fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules. That's culture. If you come to Japan, you'll meld with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same. Mion, she was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somewhat moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms. Marukan, your pot of curry was flipped over, wasn't it? Even though I said at the beginning to be careful. I'm sorry. But as Marukan and Sonozaki said, there are no boundaries in cuisine. There's something that can make us feel that it's something that should be discriminated because of the form. Then... For spilling your pot, minus 20 points. But just for today, for not giving up and doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points. Marusan, we did it! My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score. We did it, we did it. The curry was spilt, and our rice was taken, but we made a comeback. In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Rena had a perfect score. Since this contest was outside the scope of the regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Rena breathed a sigh of relief. Now then, as promised, Satoko, Rika-chan, I'll be taking your curry. But that means we won't have any lunch. Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute. That is what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half, which was the plan all along. Thank you, Keiichi. My two protégés peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming down their faces. We exchanged glances that would only be understood amongst men. We did it, Mamoru-san! Ah, this is all thanks to you. We flashed each other a thumbs up. Now, I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. I guess I'll have one of my onigiri. Wait, huh? There was no trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal had clapped a hand on my shoulder. Gahaha! When I was listening to that speech you gave, the rice I was chewing grew even more delicious. Gahaha! Could it be that you also ate my share? Gah! The principal simply laughed without answering. Seriously? My eyes half brimming with tears, my stomach rumbling, I was called over by the teacher. Mamoru-kun, because of the circumstances, I had to give you a perfect score, but you understand, right? Understand what? There was an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry-colored. Like a pot stewing curry, her eyes whirling with spiral. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me closer until our noses were almost touching. Curry is the world's most respected and senior traditions. I'm absolutely not allowed to be put in the same category as the onigiri. You hear me? Curry was created in ancient India, one of the 4 great river valley civilizations, and was raved about during the reign of King Ashoka and the birth of something, Expo, Twirly, even Eiffel Tower, pickled simmering curry, turmeric. Whether you're a sleepaway curry. Hey, Keiichi-san, what are you stumbling around for? Cleaning up part is cooking too. Keiichi, your eyes are all curried. Why is that? Why? Curry. Yikes, she got him, huh? It's okay, he'll be back normal by tomorrow. Probably. It wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. I can't say I've had too many opportunities to have curry. And most time it's usually been something that's like fast food. And I can't say it's something I've really cared for. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't get good curry. Maybe there's people out there that can make much better curry. Also, I can say it didn't exactly settle the greatest in my stomach. In the end, all of my onigiri was eaten by the principal, so I had to make do without lunch. Skipping lunch, I never knew the afternoon could be so long and painful. A feeling of the drowsiness made me space out. Are you alright, Keiichi-kun? That's why I said you shouldn't eat Rena's curry. As if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it. Is what I said as I initially refused. I could only regret it. The hunger, the stomach ache. Well, well. Good job making it through. Perhaps a hopeless situation, that is. K-Chain, you're pretty strong when you're cornered, eh? I don't need any more compliments right now. I need food. There's something for you to eat at home, right? We don't keep snacks lying around at home, and I'm out of cup noodles right now. Ah, since you're enduring that hungry right now, I'm sure tonight's dinner will be really tasty. I have no intention of laughing along. Well then, I'll take my leave. I have my part-time job again today. Sigh, it's really rough when you're not used to work. The job at Angel Mort Family Restaurant, huh? That uniform was something stimulating. How? Being a waitress is really hard work. Mi-chan is working as a waitress? Really, really? What kind of place is it, how? No, I'm right. I'm working at that toy store. From the other day. Shion is the waitress. My bad. I forgot that was how it ended up being. I'm sorry. You guys look so similar, I mixed you up. Keiichi-kun, who's Shion? Rena asked the obvious question. Mion's younger twin sister. She's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion. That's right. We look similar, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion was a cold and scary personality. I think that when you guys were born, Shion all the feminine aspects. Unlike Mion, she's a cute, cheerful girl. Keiichi-chan! Ran interjected, her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange. Is that true? Rena's never met her. Mi-chan, did you ever tell me you had a younger sister? Shion's existence was already being exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't help Mion out there. I could only have her end this charade. Oh yeah. I still haven't introduced you, Rena. My younger sister's name is Yeon. I don't know. I didn't ask. I never met her when I went to Mia-chan's house. Yeah, that. You know, I'm the only one that lives with Granny. Shion lives at the family home at Okinomiya. We are not that close. So yeah, she doesn't come here too often. Rena's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She was usually a bit of an airhead, but she was usually sharp when it came to these kinds of things. Well, it's not a lie, please believe me. As she said, yes, I believe you, a smile suddenly blossomed on Rena's face. Rena wants to meet her. I'll go and see her sometime. What store is she working at? What store? That is... she's getting more tangled in her little web. I could tell that Mion was getting increasingly frantic. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard for an outsider to butt in family issues. Sorry, I have to get to work. Later. Rena, Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Unilaterally ending the conversation, Mion headed home. No matter how you looked at it, she was running away. We'll just label this one an emergency escape. Mi-chan was kinda cute. I wonder why. Hee. Rena giggled in amusement. I wonder when dinner is. Would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? I sprawled in the entryway without even taking off my shoes. As I was losing the last vestiges of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. It seemed I had a guest. Come on in. It's open. I directed my listless voice at the door. Good afternoon, huh? Kei-chan, what are you doing? Good afternoon, huh? Kei-chan, what are you doing?